Hi friends. Today I want to talk a little bit about the mindset shift that is needed to quit your 9-to-5 job, get out of corporate America, get out of a soul-sucking career, retire earlier than you thought you would, or any kind of big change that you need to make. The first thing that you need to do is recognize your employee mindset. You have been programmed to think that there is security in your full-time job. And the truth is, these days, there really isn't. There is no security anymore. There's no job security. Companies don't value us as people for the most part. Now, you may work for a smaller company or a mom and pop organization, and that may be a different story. You may work for a nonprofit, but big companies, and the bigger they get, the worse this is. They don't value us as human beings, and they don't care about what we've got going on at home or what we might bring to the table. So when they're done with us, they're just going to get rid of us. Just the first thing is realizing that you don't really have job security. You might have it for now, but it could change in the blink of an eye. So shifting that mindset means realizing that you have a resourcefulness inside of you. You have tenacity, you have grit, you have an imagination, and there are other ways that you can make a living that don't involve selling your soul to the big corporate machine. That's a mindset shift that might take a while. So get out there, try new things, try some side hustles, start a small business on the side. And those kinds of things are going to help you realize that you have other ways of making money. The next thing is to understand yourself. And I suggest doing a SWOT analysis for this. A SWOT analysis is that SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And this is going to help you kind of put down on paper, make a list of the 4 different categories, or you can do a cross matrix with 4 quadrants. And this is going to help you get down on paper what your strengths are, what your weaknesses might be. Maybe you're a procrastinator. Maybe you have a short attention span. You need to kind of know what those things are. Your opportunities are going to be your skills, your resources, your education, your experience, the things that you can use to help you get to where you want to be. And then threats are going to be outside forces that might throw you off course, like a weird work schedule, family that's not supportive, financial strain, or anything you can think of that's an outside force, not within you, that might throw you off. The third thing you need to do is manage fear. Fear is inevitable. I've done things where people thought, wow, you're fearless. People have thought that I'm just brave. I've been called brave. I've been called fearless. I'm truly not. I'm truly afraid every time I do something new. The thing is, you have to recognize the fear and not let it stop you. Fear is going to be there, and bravery is not the absence of fear. It is feeling that fear and doing the thing anyway. So you need to manage that fear. You need to not let it hold you completely back. There's healthy fear, and then there's fear that's just going to cripple you and keep you from moving forward. So you need to learn to manage that fear. The next thing you're going to need to do is to get out of your comfort zone. You might have to learn to live with less money than you're used to, or you might have to get out and talk to people when you're really an introvert. Or you're going to have to try something new where you don't really feel like you know what you're doing, and you're just going to have to put one foot in front of the other and keep it moving until you do know what you're doing. Getting out of your comfort zone is imperative to making any kind of progress in life. And you know what they say, life begins at the end of your comfort zone. The next thing you need to do is connect with your heart. If you're doing something now, if you're in a job or you're in a business or a career that you don't like, then that means you're operating from your head and not your heart. You may have gotten into your current career field because of the money. You may have become a lawyer because you thought you'd have money and power, or you may have become a doctor or whatever because of the money. You might have gone to nursing school because you thought it would be a good way to make a living as a single mom. But if you find that you don't like what you're doing, then you need to realize that you're operating from your head. If you are doing something from your heart, it is going to feel good. And you're going, even though it might be aggravating sometimes, you're going to overall love what you're doing if you're operating from your heart. You also need to seek out learning opportunities. YouTube, of course, is a wonderful place. The internet in general is a wealth of information. Everything you would ever want to know is right at your fingertips on the internet. So you need to seek out those opportunities. Also, seek out people that are, maybe they're selling their knowledge. Seek out a course, a class. Maybe it's a free class at the community college. Maybe it's an online course. Maybe it's a continuing education, but you need to seek out learning opportunities to learn about the things that you're interested in so that you can the more you know, the more you're going to be able to make a decision on whether that's an interest or a path that you want to follow. The last piece of advice I have for you is to, as much as you can, not tell anybody in your life what you're about to do. Just do it. You may have a spouse that you need to tell that you're about to quit your job, but as much as you can, keep it to yourself, make your plans, and just do it. And then you can tell people later. Don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness. The more you tell people what your plans are, the more they're going to have the opportunity to try to talk you out of it. If you don't tell the naysayers what you're about to do, they're not going to have the chance to naysay and try to scare you off from what you're about to try. So just don't tell anybody what you're about to do unless you absolutely have to. Just go and do it. I hope that these things have given you something to think about when you are about to retire early, quit your job, whatever that big thing is that you would like to do. I hope this has given you some food for thought. And if you have found value in any of my content, please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.